The person we're about to interview is the epitome of positivity, strength, determination, and so much more. She's proof that anyone can rise above a grim situation and make the best out of life. But I'm thinking about the story. You know, other people have told us what happened. Would love to hear it from you.
Okay. It's something that happened in December 10th, 2005, here in Nigeria. It was a transit flight from Abuja to Port Harcourt because I was in Lula Jesuit College for secondary school, and myself and 60 other students from my school were heading home for the Christmas holidays. And so it was that flight that kind of went crazy. Towards the time when the plane was about to start landing, the pilot made the announcement that we would be landing in the airport, and the flight had been fine so far, you know. There was no reason to panic, but then all of a sudden this storm happened that kind of threw everything into chaos. And I remember in the cabin, you know, everyone was kind of panicking, and I had a very close friend next to me, and I held her hand, and I remember she was like, "What do we do?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe we should pray." And before I could actually say anything, you know, the next thing I remember is hearing this like metal scraping sound, like right inside my head. And then I was waking up 5 weeks later in a hospital in South Africa. So eventually I heard that 107 of the 109 passengers on board, including the flight crew, had passed away.
Wow.
And so there were only 2 survivors, and myself and another lady who didn't get burned, thank God. While I myself, I had 3rd-degree burns over 65% of my body.
Wow, wow.
Wow, and you know, it's been 13 years, and the journey has just been, journey of recovery has just been,
Wow. Yeah.
you know, it has been amazing. And you know, the entire story itself, you getting back on your feet, going back to school, you know, completing your education, just really, really inspirational.
Oh, wow, thank you
Amazing.
so much. Thank you.
I was thinking about the recovery process because it does seem like something that is, in a sense, to many, hopeless. And that sense of hopelessness, during the journey to your recovery, how were you able to handle it? How were you able to get through?
Yeah, there's definitely this sense of, I guess, dejection you feel, you know, in moments, in the downtime when you feel like, is this really going to be my life forever? You know, am I going to be always in and out of the hospital? You know, am I always going to be in pain? Then the itching that comes with the healing and all that stuff. In those moments, I can say for sure that my faith, which went through a sort of revival after the accident, was a big part of what kept me sane. My family, my support system was the other part. You know, I don't think it's possible to do something like this alone. If you want to overcome and also kind of maintain, you know, what makes you you, your identity, you know, you need people around you who remind you of who you are. And that's what my family and my friends did for me. And my faith kind of centered me and was what kind of pulled me out from a lot of dark times, basically.
It seems also that, you know, this is, you know, you're talking about your faith and the courage that you found eventually is what is also helping you support victims of burns as well. In the work that you're doing now.
That's definitely something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to, number one, go back to like normal life, do what I just always wanted to do, regardless of any kind of accidents. Right. And then I also wanted to be able to use what had happened to me as a kind of, use it as a beacon really to, you know, shine on other people who are going through things like this. It doesn't have to be burns or, you know, it doesn't have to be serious, you know, very obvious external injuries either. It can just be anything you're going through that's causing like an obstacle in your life. You know, I wanted to be able to tell people that, you know, you can do what you want. You know, you don't have to let things that happen in your past define your future steps. They can be a part of the reason why you do what you do, but they don't have to, you know, kind of be your entire story. And so I wanted to kind of represent that by the way I live my life as well, and also with the words that I speak. And so it's been really a pleasure that I've gotten that opportunity, especially since America's Got Talent, to be able to be that kind of ambassador for people.
Speaking of America's Got Talent, as we walk to the kitchen now, can you tell us a bit about what you're doing with your music?
No problem. So basically the show, what it did was it gave me a platform that I've never had before, you know, which is, you know, the chance to actually explore music as a possible career. You know, I had this set path that I was taking that I wanted to just basically thank you. I just basically wanted to, you know, do, you know, business, you know, work in like the corporate world and wherever this was going to be. But singing was always something I liked to do on the side. You know, I sang in church, but I wasn't really going to do anything more with it.
Yeah.
But a friend kind of put me out there in the limelight by signing me up for the show.
Okay.
And so that the possibilities of, you know, music being something that I do professionally now became, you know, very real for me.
And you're working on some new music.
Yes, I am. I've been doing, I always do covers, and, you know, I love that, you know, but I want to see I want people to know what my actual sound is. And so I'm working on something. Hopefully it's gonna come out sometime in April. I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm still working in it. Yeah, but I really want people to kind of see the kind of music that I would love to do given the chance. So that's what that's about. Yeah.
All right.